Hey folks, welcome to the Camping Post. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make fire starters out of your old coffee grounds that look like this. And we are going to take them out into the field and test them out. Thanks for watching. You can turn your used coffee grounds into this, which then you can use as a fire starter like this. We started by saving our coffee grounds on a piece of parchment paper on a cookie sheet so it could dry. If you need to, you can dry it in the oven on low temperature. Then grab yourself some paraffin wax or some old candles that you can put into a pan and melt in the oven. Once your wax has melted, you can take that out, and then we will start to add our coffee grounds and stir them into the wax to create a mixture. Here I'm just using a wooden skewer to stir in the coffee as I add it. I'm just going to put that back in the oven here, again at low temperature. We're looking at 170 to 200. Pretty low heat, just to see if I can fit in any more of the coffee grounds that I have left over on my pan here. It will require you to stir it up again. Now that I've utilized all the coffee grounds I have saved, I'm going to stir those in. I'm going to pop that in the oven while I load up my cupcake tray with my cupcake liners, which are just paper liners. And then we're going to try and put that into the little cupcake molds. Now to transfer it into the cupcake molds, you might have to try a few different things. We tried to just pour it, then we tried to use a little funnel. But I found it easiest just to spoon the coffee ground mixture into the little cupcake trays. Now I found that once we filled up our trays, I did have some of the mixture left over, which I just left in the aluminum tin, which did kind of make us a fire starter brick. So that's another way you could do this if you want to make little cupcakes, or if you want to make a big brick that you can cut up and use as a fire starter. The sky is the limit when it comes to what mold you want to use. We just used cupcakes because that seemed like that would be a good size for a fire starter. Now that they've cooled, here's what they look like. You can pop them out of the tray and then decide how you're gonna pack them. You could just simply put them in some sandwich bags like we've got here and throw in your bag. That's one way to do it. Do whatever works for you. Here we're going to take the larger brick and we're going to cut that up into some pieces. Then we are going to wrap it in some wax paper and then tie a string on it. That way we'll have multiple fire starters, plus the wax paper will help it ignite. Then we're going to have a bunch of little fire starters that we can throw in our bug out bag, an emergency kit, in our camper, in our hiking bag to help us start fires when we're camping, or if we're in an emergency situation. And we're gonna do the same thing here with our little cupcakes. We're gonna wrap them in some wax paper and tie them with a little twine. And then we'll take some of these outside for a field test. So to give this an actual real test, I'm going to use my ferro rod to strike this up. And on hindsight, I kind of wish I had sort of opened up that wax paper. It would probably lit a little bit faster. But as you can see, it started no problem. I hadn't planned on using this to cook, but that seemed to put off enough heat to where I could boil water. So not only is it a good fire starter, but you could use it as a fire source as well. As always, I hope this has been helpful to you. Please like and subscribe and share if you find this information useful to others. Thanks for watching and happy camping.